And the movie Fargo, directed by Joel and Ethan Coen, is a weird, crime filled, action packed movie. The movie is based around the kidnapping of a wife to collect a ransom of $40,000. The movie has a weird vibe to it, making the violence in the movie almost humorous. The stylized violence within the movie adds a different aspect to the film, one that would not be regularly seen in your normal action packed movie. One scene in particular that shows this stylized violence is the final scene when Gare is disposing Carl in the wood chipper. Gare has showed many signs of violence earlier in the movie, such as chasing down a group of teenagers who witnessed a crime scene and taking out their car and them. The scene starts by using the long shot style cinematography to film Marge Gunderson, a state trooper, and her surroundings. This captures the entire house and gives the viewers an idea of the scenery where the scene takes place. Also in the movie, there's a strong humming sound coming from the wood chipper, and this only gets louder as she gets closer to the crime scene. This is an example of sound perspective. As Marge moves closer, the camera moves to point of view style, putting the viewer in the perspective of the trooper who's investigating the scene. Where this scene takes place is very white, but the color of all the blood in the wood chipper is a very dark red color that doesn't really fit the scene in any way at all. It seems overdramatic because the blood seems to be everywhere. After seeing Garrett shoving Carl in the wood chipper, Marge shouts and tells him to freeze. This part is somewhat comedic because she cannot be heard over the drone of the wood chipper, so she repeatedly shouts to be heard. When spotted, she points at her badge on her hat as there is no other way to represent that she is part of the local law enforcement. In situations in other movies, it would be assumed that the cop moves closer rather than shout from a distance. Once Gare realizes he is spotted, he runs away onto the frozen lake where he has no protection from her gunfire. In a forest with a bunch of trees and things to hide behind, why did he choose the lake? Marge guns him down and apprehends Gare, making me wonder why it is so easy to capture the kidnappers. The director uses a long shot to capture Marge walking up to Gare to add to the drama. When this scene ends, the movie dissolves into a final scene of a car driving down a snowy road similar to the opening scene. This makes me think that fragmented narration was used to make the movie come to a full circle ending. From bright colors, the sounds, and the angles of the shot, Fargo is a very unique movie and shows violence in a way that isn't normally depicted in regular cinema. When stylized violence is used correctly, it can really make a movie feel like a new experience.